quick tip for my mini owners, my second gen owners, base S and JCW and whatever the fuck you own. So here we have a chunking water pump pulley. It makes horrendous noises. It is terrible. It can fuck off. You know what? I'll even show you right now. We're gonna reconnect this. Ka-ching. So crank pulley, belt, friction wheel, which creates rotationalness to the water pump pulley. I'll show you the sound and then I'll show you the diagnostic, even though this is fucking obvious that it's fucked up. So, everything is connected. Here's the issue. Fucking plants, junk, everything. Junk in the front, in the trunk. Yeah, you get it. Sounds fucking amazing, dude. Fucking amazing. Fucking shitbox gang. Okay, so for diagnostic, we're gonna disconnect the shit. So there's the little pull tab here. You pull this out. If the fucking damage and stuff wasn't obvious enough. Fuck. And it's fucking stuck now. That's great. Fucking great, but fucking Chad. Okay, so the shit's pulled. Now it's disconnected. I can spin this independent of everything. Now everything's fucking quiet, happy and dandy. You can pretend that's gonna fix the issue, but then drive it and then you'll fucking overheat the car because the water pump won't turn. But now we're gonna get in, do our thing. Oh wow, sounds fucking amazing, bud. Sounds fucking amazing. Beautiful. Well, in today's video, we are going to be replacing the water pump and the water pump pulley on this 2011 Mini Cooper S hardtop. It's the same repair process for a base, an S, a JCW, whatever, anything second gen that's US spec with any of the gasoline engines. It has this exact same setup. UK cars do have an electrical connector by the water pump, but that's different. So, under the hood here, and just a little familiarization with what we have, the N18 engine, whatnot. Water pump pulley and water pump are located down there under the charge pipe near the front of the engine. We're going to have to remove these headlights. It's 4 bolts per headlight, electrical connectors, the hood latch, the front U-brace, and then we'll have to take care of the charge pipe, separate that, remove from throttle body, and the motor mount is down in there. That's the first bit. All right, to undo the hood latch, you're gonna get a pick, and there's 2 little tabs on the sides that lock the cover in place. A little hard to do this one-handed while trying to hold the phone to film, but you pop one side, and then you'll wanna pop the back side too. And then there you go. You have it popped open now. It's kinda stuck. Let's see. Should be good now. All right, so you open it. You have pop out the top and the bottom portion too. Close it, and then you'll push it back through the hood. Make sure you don't forget this on reassembly. You don't want to close your hood and then not be able to reopen it because you forgot to reconnect the hood latch. Okay, so now that we have the U-brace undone and everything, we're gonna have to play with the charge pipe now, because that's where the water pump is located under all this. You can also do this from the bottom of the car. Through the wheel well, you take off the wheel, jack up the car. But I was trying to avoid that, so we're doing it this way as an experiment. I'm trying to find something that's a little more comfortable, because when you do it from the bottom, it sucks. But there's the water pump pulley. We'll finish getting the charge pipe off, and then the motor mount, so we can raise the engine as high as we can on the passenger side. All right, so we've undone the upper part of the charge pipe, and then now we're going to do the lower part, which is the part that goes into the engine / to the throttle body, and then into the manifold. So basically, you're just going to take a flathead screwdriver down to that little screw down there, and you're going to loosen the clamp, and then you'll slide it off. More parts of the garbage URO pulleys. Well, I'm struggling here.
How did it even get up there?
Garbage. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go under the car now, and you need to support the engine. Also, this is the lower radiator hose here. You'll want to disconnect it here to drain all the coolant out. But basically what we're going to do here is we're going to take our little mini jack that we're using, and we're going to support it. We're going to support the engine and transmission from right here on the bottom, and we're going to raise the engine off the motor mount. Okay, so now that the engine's raised, you can see it's sitting way higher in the engine bay. Definitely a lot more room. Here's the water pump pulley. You can see there's a lot more room, and you can hold it while you loosen the pulley like this. So, water pump pulley's down here for reference. That was not a fart.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Ow, fuck. God damn. So what I tend to do, like right here, I'm rotating the water pump pulley clockwise as I push the wrench to the left counterclockwise. And you're kind of adding leverage in a weird way. And it makes it easier to loosen the bolts as opposed to just holding the pulley and trying to loosen it with your wrench. But if you counter them each direction, you're adding like 2 inches more of leverage, and it definitely makes it easier. So I definitely recommend doing this trick. But it's a little slow. Just pop all 3 of the water pump pulley bolts loose, and then from there you can do the rest of it by hand, and then we'll take off the water pump. Once the bolts are loose enough, I grab it and I basically just spin it with the tips of my fingers. I spin the whole pulley and I just hold onto the bolt, and it'll back itself out. Nice easy little trick. As long as the water pump spins, makes them pretty easy. Alright, well, once you got all the bolts loose, you can start wiggling the water pump pulley itself out. It is sometimes still, it's a bit of a tight squeeze. You have to kind of spin the water pump sometimes to get it off. Just to get past the bouncing flange. And then sometimes you rock the engine a little bit. Do both of those and you should be able to get it out. And then I usually pull it through the back and up. Sometimes I push it down to the bottom to get it out, but this time I'm trying to just strictly do everything from the top. So we're trying to prevent ourselves from dropping it. A little bit of a tight squeeze, but definitely doable. If there's a will, there's a way, so might as well do it. But yeah, you can see we're a little stuck here, but wiggle the engine a little bit and then you'll always get it out. It's always how it's been, especially with these cars. You just gotta figure out how to do it, you know? Still stuck. Yeah, boom, there you go. And you can tell this water pump is all jacked up, or the water pump pulley is all jacked up. This water pump pulley is only like not even a month old. It's only a couple weeks old. So yeah.
There's nothing on there.
This is dumb. You can see it literally just chunked apart. It was a brand new URO pulley. This is like the second or third one I've had this happen to. I normally can get cheap ones from eBay, from Rock Auto, from wherever, and I never have this issue. It's just the URO ones I've had bad luck with. That's really good. Here, there, here. As you can see there, right here, there. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be using to get off the water pump. We have a little bendy McRatchet thing from Harbor Freight. It's got 3/8 on one end, 1/4 inch on the other. Very happy with this purchase. It was like 25 bucks. Got a little 10 mil socket on there. Don't forget to drain your coolant, or you're gonna have a big mess when you pull off the water pump.
You can stop it.
Okay, so here's what I'm doing. I'm going to remove the friction wheel here, this plastic pulley with the 3 bolts. Normally it's easiest to remove that before you take off the water pump pulley, because as you saw, it got stuck on removal. And to make the new one easier to go in, I'm just gonna remove this and then I'll put it back on after. And it doesn't have to be fully off. You just need it to be able to wiggle around and go up and down. Couple of whacks with a hammer for the water pump and it'll come out. In order to get the water pump pulley out, lower the engine like this. It'll make it a little easier for it to just pop out of place. Oh, see, the pump fell out.
I feel like for this video, I don't have the best camera skills. I'm kind of like this a lot, but...
Fire, ooh. She was a little bindy. It's plastic.
The other part, what is that one made out of?
Which, this? This one's plastic. The new one's metal.
No, yeah.
I'll do something I shouldn't do yet, but I'm gonna do it anyways, so I can demonstrate. Zoom in. Okay. Okay, so here we're gonna go over our new parts that we got. Here's our brand new water pump pulley, straight from somewhere on Amazon. Much better quality, looks very solid. Looks like a sturdy rubber. Once again, the other one looked stupendously soft. And it's just one of those things, you can tell it's too soft and it's gonna come apart. We'll set that aside for now. Not gonna need that for a minute. And then in this box here, we have the absolute cheapest water pump pulley I could buy from Amazon. It had a metal impeller. And normally I order these from Rock Auto, but I was a little bit on a time crunch on this car, just because I didn't order stuff till like last minute. So yeah, here's our Amazon water pump pulley.
Make that music.
The sides of it. Why is this one so tight? That's scary. We're gonna walk and find out.
Hmm?
This one definitely sketches me out a little.
Is it because of the...
Just shit ass quality. Gasket weird. Normally.
Where'd you order this from?
Amazon.
Mm.
Okay, cheapest one I could buy. Here's my old water pump play. Fucking So first things first, the blade design. This is much more open. This is what I got earlier. Like, it's like, why is it a big ass block? Way bigger sides on this one. This one's smaller. Hopefully we don't have thermal issues. But then she has the tab and everything. This one doesn't have that. You can't tell because it's not new, but there's like these like, oh, you can see it. There's these nubs here. There. There's more, but they're all too squished. You can see it's been leaking here a little bit too. This one doesn't have this. So, kind of jank.
Kind of jank. Do I stop?
Alright, well, down here you can see this is what the inside of the water pump housing looks like. It just goes to the crossover pipe. and then the other side goes into the block. As simple as that. So I always use a little bit of silicone spray on these parts, any of these kind of gaskets and water pump and water system parts, O-rings and such. Nice quick little spray, lube it up so it doesn't get dry and stick to things or roll over or pinch. Just put it in place and start dropping the bolts in, really. Okay, so we skipped through a couple steps because you guys already saw how it all came apart. But basically, we've got our water pump installed, our water pump pulley. We have our friction wheel here. Don't pinch your grounds under anything. Make sure you release the friction wheel tension tab, because if not, the water pump's not going to spin like I showed earlier in the video at the beginning. All right, as you can see, we have our motor mount all assembled. Just got to do the upper part to the block, or to the head, should I say, and then the U-brace. All right, well, now that we have all of this stuff assembled, we have to add coolant and stuff, and we're going to have to bleed it. Back here, I have a brass bleeder screw, as you can see with the little cross there. That's a URO parts one. Ours just isn't URO, but their brass bleeder is awesome. So that's your bleeder screw. Warm up the car, crack the bleeder.
What the? Yeah. What?
One more.
Okay, one more.
Do the honors.
Hey! Oh, I missed it.
There you go. And that is how you replace the water pump on a second-gen gasoline engine Mini Cooper S, JCW, whatever. As long as it's the gasoline engine N series, that's how you do it. Make sure you guys bleed the engine correctly, get all that air out of the coolant, and honestly, you're pretty good to go as long as there's no leaks. After the repair or any coolant repairs, I always advise checking your coolant level in the mornings and maybe every couple fill-ups just to make sure everything's good. If there's no leaks, hasn't gone down, then you should be pretty solid. I normally like to use a scan tool or like an ultra gauge or something to show me the coolant temp. You can use the secret menu on the onboard computer, which I can maybe show you in a different video. You can use that to see coolant temp too, which I wasn't bothered to for this. I just drove it around. I've bled plenty of these coolant systems before, and I know when they're bled. So I just drive it around, let it heat up, crack open, close, yada yada. Drive around for a minute, a little while, whatever. Do your thing. But make sure you get it good and ready before you take it out for a drive. Let it warm up for a while, because just idling, they warm up really slow. 20-30 minutes idling, open and close that bleeder. Make sure you're on the heater in case you've disconnected the thermostat side or the heater side of the system. But that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. You're just unbolting and bolting on parts, and then bleeding. Bleeding is honestly the hardest part for those who haven't done this job before. But that's going to be it for this video. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And until next time, goodbye. And thank you for watching.